It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Houston Texans and the Brooklyn Barons. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in week 4. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Throwing to start the drive. Jacobson. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed the offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
Throwing, Jones. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Down to the 25.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Barons use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is. His first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, let's go, big boy. You're still our leader.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope that...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Amani Hooker. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked to these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Meanwhile, Jones throws on target to Duvernay. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the 38, Jones. Right back to Duvernay. That's complete. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Back to throw again. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Running left, it's Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on second down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important third down try?
And it's caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Gay's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, And a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection, maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you...
To throw on second down. Jacobson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
Third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. Touchdown, Texans. Robbie Anderson, 60 yards. And the Texans are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They find some open field here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 18 more yards there and another first down. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. That's now 3 straight plays of over 15 yards and 3 straight first downs. A first down carry for Henry. Trucks over him. Nothing can stop him. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football up a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Out left, he's got it to Everett. Touchdown! Gerald Everett from 10 yards out as these guys are able to extend their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Jacobson. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Option play, and it's a handoff to Pierce. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on 1st down, then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Henry up the middle. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. After the penalty, it's Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Texans here on 3rd down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Looking to throw. Jones. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Texans. Curtis Samuel as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Christian Harris.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 38, Jones. That's taken in by Duvernay. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Jones able to find Isabella. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Credit the tackle to Darius Slay.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ball game.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Texans are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Jacobson. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
They certainly thought they had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
To throw on 3rd down.
Jacobson. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson.
That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be human if you weren't. Doesn't matter whether you're a rookie or a veteran. 4 interceptions, you're not sure what you're doing out there. So to me as a coaching staff, I would think very hard about getting him out and trying it again another day. No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
To throw from his end zone, Jones. They'll find Everett there, complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big 1st down to get away from the end zone.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the 2nd half.
Flushed out right.
Open man is Duvernay.
And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
Finding room at midfield.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Off the play fake. Jones. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw. Jones. Throwing right, and that's complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
On the counter, it's Henry. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 65 yards rushing for him now to this point.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Jones on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
This one no doubt important for Matt Gay. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And Gay knocks this one through. And with that, they take the lead here 20-17. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
To throw on 2nd down, Jacobson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Barons get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Looking to throw on second down. Jacobson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
From the gun on third down. Jacobson. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Henry again on 2nd down.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Now Jones.
And right side, Henry's got it.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
That's a great run right there on 1st down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. Punch it in with Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
And this is where the mental part of the game comes into play. Defense is out of timeouts. Just hold on to the football. No sense really trying to score. They should be able to run this one out.
Well, let's see where they turn on 3rd and goal from the 5. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly